Hi, my dears, this is Amareshwar Rao, welcoming you all for this online session on behalf of Vali Rameshwar's IAS Academy. And my dears, today let us have in detail, that is in depth but to the point approach about the international relations. That is the importance of international relations in competitive examinations, especially in civil services, the Group 1 examination, Group 2 examination, and other like banking, staff selection commission examination at all. So one point you have to keep in mind is wherever the issue of current affairs is there automatically you will find more of international relations issues as such. So let us look into that and how best we can score in this with a minimum effort. And my dears, when you look at always, because India will be the center point whenever you're talking about international relations is concerned. So when you talked about the India, part is concerned. So India's relations, we have generally the neighbors we have to treat. So here we have the Pak, here we have the Nepal, then of course the Afghanistan here, the China here, the Sri Lanka here, the Maldives here, like this. Then we have the Russia, the this and all African continent, the American, all these issues. So what is India's relations vis-a-vis with other countries? That's the most important. And examination, the questions also will be focused on these issues. So when you are talking about India's relation with Pakistan or China, we call that as a bilateral. When you use the word bilateral between the two countries, India and Pakistan, India and China, any agreements, okay, related as such. So when you talked about multilateral, it is with innumerable countries, more than two. So India entered agreement. It may be a group of countries together or otherwise, for example, nuclear non-proliferation treaty, an agreement it is, NSG groups like this, or WTO. These are all multilateral agreements. It may be trade or otherwise. So it will be ended. Similarly, we have the groupings. So when you talked of India and its neighbors, so we have the groups like, for example, SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, right? So this is a group of 8 countries where India is the center point, India and its small neighbors. Of course, China is not there in this part as such. So then we have Asian Association for Southeast Asian Nations. Then we have APEC, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, or we have the high-end level. These are all regional groupings we call regional. And when you talk about international organization or international institution, for example, you have the UNO. Similarly, agencies, the specialized agencies of the UNO. So you will have the questions on this. Now this pandemic, for example, WHO is very much on the news. The question may be on what is WHO, what is the main crucial part of it, or who is the Director General of WHO, the factual details is concerned, or where is the headquarters of WHO. All these questions are linked up with this, my dears. So always the India, you need to take the center point, and from that the discussion will happen. So what exactly the pattern? Let us take the civil service pattern so that it is applicable to all other competitive examinations, especially the Group 1 and Group 2 as well. And when you say that, those who are not aware of much, let me have the clear explanation. When you talked about the preliminary examination, which is considered as the screening test, is the first stage of it, and is purely objective. That is nothing but multiple choice questions you have, and you have to answer it. Then we have the main examination. Whoever qualified in this, they will enter into the mains. This is the completely descriptive question answer type. Then we have finally whoever qualified in this, they will come to the inch width, a personality test. So from this you have the selection process happen. This is all 3 stages as such. This is purely a screening part as such. That means that marks will not be counted for final selection when I use the word screening, my dears. Then when the prelim syllabus of civil services, if you take into consideration, and which is the common for all the group 1, group 2 syllabuses as well, this is paper 1, we have general studies, which consists of 200 marks. But questions are how many? Only 100. Because remember one thing, each question here carries 2 marks. Some examination is only 1 mark. Some examination is 4 marks. It doesn't matter. What is important, how many questions, and each component carries. And when you talked about current affairs, how many in that, and national how many, international how many, that segregation is important as such, my dears. Okay. Then that's what this counting for getting the main examination. Okay, only general studies. Because in civil services, we have another paper called CSAT, Civil Service Aptitude Test. Here you find the 80 questions, but marks again 200. GS also 200, this is also 200. But the questions are different, 100 here, 80 here. That means almost all, each question carries 2.5 marks here. But this aptitude test is only qualifying nature. Only qualifying. That means these marks will not be counted to promote to the main examination as such. But a point, those who are not aware, you have to remember this, qualifying means how many, right? The minimum of 33% of marks you need to get it. How many? The 33% minimum you need. First they will evaluate these papers, then only they will, once you qualified this, then only they will evaluate this GS papers. Then you will get into the mains or not will be decided. And there is a negative marking, a cautious approach we have to follow. Negative mark is minus marks. If your answer is right, good, you will get 2 marks, or here 2.5 marks. But in this case, if the answer is wrong, you will get the negative mark. 1/3 is the negative marks as such. Okay, in some examination it is 0.25, 1/4 is a negative marking. It varies from exam to examination, but in civil services 1/3 negative marking. In some examinations you may not have the negative marking as well. So exercise caution when it is there or not, so that while answering, see that you will not lose marks, right, in this part as such. So you have the general studies as, and when you talk about the syllabi, in the preliminary examination of civils, you have the current events of national as well as the international. The wording is very clear from our point of view. In addition to that, we have the history, then of course the geography, then polity, then economics, then environment, and finally general science, almost 7 subjects. So these 100 marks will be shared. And UPSC is one thing is more unpredictable. That means we don't know. There is no question of equal justice for all the questions. Sometimes you will get around 20 to 30 questions here. Sometimes only 5 questions here. Okay, and but anyhow, the minimum between 5 to 15 it varies for any section. But every section will get justified. Okay, and as such. And when you talked about ours specifically, so this wording, when this international itself is current affairs, minimum of 15 questions to sometimes linked to it up to 30, because some economic questions may be current affairs, some polity questions may be current affairs, like this. And out of this international relations carries minimum 5 to 15 again. Okay, almost all 50% of the current affairs we can say is enough. International, there is a minimum. Sometimes it is more depending upon the significance of the events at that point of time, ideas. Okay, here on sample question I just wanted to present in 2019, the general studies, they put as with reference to Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, consider the following statements. So the 3 statement was given. AIB has more than 80 member nations. India is the largest shareholder in AIB. AIB does not have any members outside Asia. So when the 3 choices is, without you knowing the in details of the AIB, it's very difficult as such. Direct question is there. Some exam like the banks and staff section, you have the direct answer, question and the direct things. But here in the civil services, especially the group 1 services, you will not. So they will give you. Then the question follows, which of the statement given above is or correct? Okay. So only one is right. This is only this one. 2 and 3. 1 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So out of these 4 choices, now you have to choose. So that is a present pattern followed by the civil services as such, even the group 1 services. But in group 2 as well as in some other examination, you will not have this. Directly they will ask out of 4 choices, come here, out of this present 4, which is right. But civil services, most of the questions are like this. Anyhow, the answer is A, that is the first choice when it comes as such. So others is not. So India is not the largest shareholder. Then who supposed to be? You should be aware of it, because it's China as such. Okay. Then AIB does not have any members outside Asia. Though AIB, you know, pretty well, is the Chinese centered bank, but it's not confined to the Asia, because even the wording Asian. Okay. Even the European countries are the members of it. Okay. So once you have any grouping or any country related aspects, you have to know each detail, what in depth we called it. And at the same time, to the point, examination point of view, you have to identify what exactly it is. And for that, the previous questions is a guide for you. Okay. They will show you the path. So you have to be in touch with the previous questions of the concerned examination at all. Number of times you have to glance at the previous questions. Then, my dears, when it comes to the main examination, you have the general essay. And in the general essay, when the questions are asked with concern with the globalization, is nothing but again international relations. Of course, in other areas, the possibility of questions as such. Then you have general studies 1, which contain the history part and geography. Then general studies 2, where Indian polity and international relations. The wording is very clear here. General studies 3, Indian economy and science and technology. General studies 4, you have ethics, integrity and aptitude. It looks like the international relations has presence only in this general studies 2, isn't it? But my dears, it is not the case. Just now I informed you when you talked about general essay is concerned. Yes, the issues related to globalization or any issue, for example, now the COVID pandemic issue, is there anything on this? Yes, it can be done as such. So your interlink is there. And when it comes to the general studies 1, the few topics which is the syllabus where they mention, for example, world wars, redrawal of national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, any question on this, it has your knowledge of international relations is very important in this issue. Sometimes you have the direct questions as well. Okay. Then the wording of globalization is very much here. This also have the presence in general essay. Then when it comes to the paper 2, of course, as I told you, the international relations very much is there, and it's an exclusive. India and its neighborhood relations. So you have to be, then this bilateral, regional, global groupings, you need to be aware of it. Then effects of policies and politics of both the developed as well as the developing countries on India's interests. Okay. For example, what America is doing and vis-a-vis the effects on India. Now what Nepal is doing, what is the effects on India. Okay, so that's sort of the things you have to be taken care as such. Then Indian diaspora, that means the Indians living elsewhere. So when you talked about now recently the persons of Indian origin or there. So every country has to take care of their interests. So what is their contribution, what India is doing for them, and what sort of security network to India is extending to them, all these issues will be involved here. Then finally, the important international institutions, okay, and agencies and their structure, their function, their role, everything counted, like United Nations non-alignment movements, or now, for example, very much news of WHO or national development banks or IMF, IBRDs, or AIB, which you talked about, or new development bank related, or now RCEP, for example. These are all the issues we have to be concerned. So this is an exclusive, almost all, every year around 5 questions you will get on this itself. So for example, I'm give the sample part. Of course, before the paper 3, when you talked about, that is paper 2. Paper 3 in economy 2, you have role of external state and non-state actors creating challenges to internal security. So we have the concept of internal security and security challenges. So in this issue, the role or your knowledge about international relations counts a lot, my dears. Okay. Then of course in the paper 4 paper 5 and general studies 4, when you're talking about as such, ethics, integrity and aptitude, we have one topic specifically mentioned, my dears, that is ethical issues in international relations and funding part is concerned. For example, recently the Trump announced the withdrawal of funds to WHO. So whether legally right or not, if we keep it, when it is ethically, now the mankind is in problem. The life is at its threats, and WHO has to raise the occasions. Where the WHO get the money? Only from the contributions of the concerned country. If at this juncture, whether WTO is right or wrong, keep aside. But at this juncture, if you are withdrawing the funds, how far it is justified as such? Because when you talked about ethical issue, whatever you do for the sustenance of the humanity, for the betterment of the humankind, is an ethical issue. If that be the case, is it right or wrong? For example, so that sort of the issues will be present here. So you will have all the 4 papers, GS, in one way or the another attached with the international relations, and general essay too. That means essay and general studies papers you will have as such. In addition that, we have the optional subjects. You may choose any of the options as you choose. If at all any of the person has chosen specifically the political science part is concerned, there are 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Out of this paper 2 is an exclusively of international relations. That is, complete 250 marks is of this. So with the title of Comparative Politics and Relations, Comparative Political Analysis and International Politics, India and the World, like this it goes on as such, my dears. So that means those who opted the political science as an optional, here advantage is your GS preparation, 50% of preparation is over, isn't it? Only paper 1 you have to focus. Then here a few example of the questions how it be when the 2019 in general studies 2 they pose this question, right? What introduces friction into the ties between India and the United States is that Washington is still unable to find for India's position in its global strategy which would satisfy India's national self-esteem and ambitions. So this is a statement in a way. So explain with suitable examples. So completely is very much dynamic. The topic, the presence relevance, you can see it as such. So with India's relation is concerned, how United States is treating India, okay, where India stands in the eyes of United States, okay, what India's expectations, is it America reaching to the India's expectations? All these questions you have to answer here. Similarly, okay, in 2019 you have the GS General Studies 3, you will got the question, for example, cross-border movement of insurgents is only one of the several security challenges facing the policing of the border in northeast of India. Examine the various challenges currently emanating across India-Myanmar border. Also discuss the steps to counter the challenge. So when you say the security challenges is the specific topic was given in this, the internal security challenges. Here the link with this, because the Myanmar we have the border. So if any insurgents are coming from the Myanmar border, so what sort of the steps it is? So how we have to face that insurgents? So again, India-Myanmar relations counts a lot here, isn't it? And your knowledge about it is very important. Like this, you'll have the international relations questions in other papers as well, other than the general studies too. Okay? But you cannot say that every year from every general studies one paper, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll have the questions. Okay? Variations will be there. So come what may, when you are talking about this part, it will be divided into two ways, static and dynamic. So hitherto, when you say recent happenings, the relevances is a dynamic nature, changing natures. Static is fixed. Okay, certain things will take it for granted. For example, the principles of foreign policy, the Panchashila principles. So all this, like this, we have the clear cut fixed as such. Any organization, what are the goals of the organizations, as part, which you will find in the textbooks. But the dynamic changing, you will get the newspapers, magazines, okay, recent issues as such. So, my dears, finally we can say this, in civil services, the approximately the coverage of marks when you're talking about prelims, minimum of 5 and maximum of 15, and when come to the mains, minimum of 75 to maximum of 120. And in political science, as I told you, this as a paper 2 completely 250 marks. And one more also, you have to remember this when you come to the interview. Yes, here also you will have the questions on international relations as such. So your knowledge is very important from beginning to the final selection process as such. So here, now the important thing is that knowing the importance of international relations, how to score maximum marks in that section, isn't it? So your preparation that counts, what you have done before the examination, right? So few suggestions from our point of view is that you have to regularly read the newspapers, and specifically the Hindu. And in Indian Express, coverage is comparatively good enough, but your choice. But read one newspaper regularly and continuously. That is very important, my dears. Then, of course, the websites of Indian Defence Studies, as well as the Ministry of External Affairs, because they are authoritative sources. Once you look at, and that's sufficient. Once this part, okay. For example, if you are reading only Hindu, then this source sites is more than enough to cover it as such. And IDSA and me, you will get mainly the mains orientation part is concerned. Okay, and to have the grip over the subject, your understanding of the subject and owning the subject, for that you have to practice the previous year's questions. Number of times, not 1-2 times glancing. Okay, 5 to 10 times if you look at the previous question, or now and then whenever you find, there you will get the good advantage as such. Then while reading the newspapers or the magazines or your textbooks, you should have your own personal synopsis, the notes. So that should be in a bullet points, otherwise we call the synopsis, and that will only help you before examination. Glancing at is important, and that only help you, my dears. And finally, you can say this, your mock test, the model test is very important. As many tests you perform is better. And from the mains point of view, answer writing is very good, because the questions always, just now we say 150 words, 250 words. And to get the command of it, and to get the grip of it, and within the word limit, if you want to answer it, yes, the practice is very important. Practice, 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 practice. That makes one perfect, my dears. So once you are aware of it, what we are going to do from our Valli Rameshwar's Academy, that's most important. Okay, finally it is. And we wanted to facilitate you to reach your goal. And when it comes to the specific section here, we will reach you hitherto from this offline mode, the classroom teaching. But now that the conditions are different, so we have the online mode. So when you take this online mode, generally we have this sort of the video recorded lectures. Those will be uploaded into our Wallis Learning app, which you need to download it. Okay, so we have the specifically Wallis Learning app. In this app, we will provide you all these video recordings. Similarly, we have the live sessions. Live sessions is more of an interactive sessions. Okay, so we will reach you accordingly in the online process. And generally, as per the international relations is concerned, it will take about 60 hours, whether the offline or online as such. Okay, and as a student point of view, as you required the study material too, we will provide you the handouts now in the form of soft copy, then this videos, and finally you have the multiple choice tests or the descriptive tests, whatever be the test mode that will be conducted as such, my dears. So this way we will try to reach you and we will help you in your preparations. And for this Valli Rameshwar IAS Academy, the main features when you're talking about this concern is we will focus on the concept and we will see that we will tune it properly. Then the skills, very important as such, starting from your reading skills, your listening skills, your remembering skills, the memory skills, that what we call, then finally in the mains your presentation skills. Those are required for us and we will try to help you in those skills part as such. Okay, then the teaching mode is very planned and everything goes as per schedule. Then we have the comprehensive study material, both in the form of the hard copy, soft copy, as well as the video lectures. Then of course online offline classes we said. So my dears, now you can decide as you have decided your right career, so and the right time, and be with us. And once you be with us, the Valli Rameshwar IAS Academy, who will consider the civil specialist, and definitely you will reach your goal and you can achieve the success with flying colors, my dears.